Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syahmi bin Zulfakri. In today's world, financial decisions are part of our everyday lives, yet many people still struggle to understand the basic of personal finance. Our project was designed to address this challenge by making financial learning more engaging and interactive through a quiz format. We call it QUIZ4WEALTH, Your Path to Financial Wisdom. Our group decided to explore the topic of financial literacy quiz bowl, as we believe that a quiz-based approach would make financial learning more engaging and impactful. The idea was to encourage participants to actively test their knowledge while also gaining new insight into important areas of personal finance such as investment planning, retirement planning, risk management, and insurance. To execute this, we created a 20-question quiz on Quiz's platform, which was open for 1 week and targeted specifically at students enrolled in the Personal Financial Planning course, or FIN533. In the end, the quiz successfully attracted 30 respondents. This interactive method not only made the learning experience more enjoyable but also allowed us to gather valuable feedback and reflections from participants. Overall, the project served as both an educational tool and a practical exercise in applying financial knowledge in a fun and competitive setting. Because financial wisdom isn't just learned, it's practice. So after laying out the overview, let me now describe our project in more detail. We named our project QUIZ4WEALTH, Your Path to Financial Wisdom, and the main idea was to create an interactive quiz that could test the strength in students' financial knowledge. We wanted something beyond a traditional presentation, something that allowed participants to engage, compete, and learn at the same time. The quiz was built on Quiz's platform with a total of 20 carefully designed questions. These questions were divided into key themes: investment planning, retirement planning, risk management, and insurance. Each member of the group contributed by researching, drafting, and refining the questions to make sure they were accurate, relevant, and aligned with our learning outcomes. The quiz link was made available for 1 week, and our target audience was students from Personal Financial Planning course FIN533. Within that time, we managed to gather 30 responses. This not only gave us enough data to see how participants perform, but also showed us how effective interactive learning can be. In short, the project description highlights how we designed, executed, and we delivered an activity that made financial literacy practical, engaging, and impactful for our fellow students.
Good day everyone, my name is Muhammad Yaiskandar bin Mazmin, and today I'm excited to share how our team worked together to make this project a success. First, let's start with quiz questions. One of our members created well thought out questions based on our chosen topic. This step was important because it made sure the quiz was both fun and meaningful for the participants. Next, we had data collection. Another teammate carefully sorted through all the answers, evaluated the results, and identified the highest and lowest scores. This helped us clearly see how everyone performed and make our analysis more accurate. Our video editing was handled by very creative teammate who combined all our clips, edited them smoothly, and added nice transitions to make the final video professional and engaging. Then came the platform setup. This task was about choosing the right platform, either Kahoot or Quizzes, to make sure everyone could participate easily and enjoy the quiz experience. Finally, the report design was managed by the teammate who arranged all sections of the report, formatted everything neatly, and made sure we follow all the guidelines. All of these contributions work together like pieces of puzzle. Because of everyone's effort, we were able to complete the project successfully in a way that was both organized and interactive. For For this part, we bring you 4 types of questions that most participants get the lowest score. We also want to bring into the discussions and discuss about the answers together. From the questions 4, many participants got these questions wrong because they assume both shares and bonds mean ownership. In fact, shares make you a part owner of a company, while bonds only make you a lender. This shows that people often mix up the nature of different investments. From question 5, this question was also highly incorrect because most people thought bond prices go up when interest rates rise. The truth is the opposite. When interest rates increase, the value of existing bonds falls. This is a technical concept and that's why many participants struggle with it. From question 10, here many underestimated the real situation of retirement savings. According to Khazanah research, a large number of Malaysians under 30 will not reach the 240,000 EPF savings target. This shows that most participants are not aware of how serious the retirement savings issue is. Last but not least, from question 15, most participants thought having 2 or 3 times their salary was enough for insurance coverage. The correct guideline is about 10 times the annual salary. For example, with 60,000 yearly income, the coverage should be around 600,000. This shows that awareness about protection planning is still low. That's all from my part. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Khalili and I will explain the purpose, objective, outcomes and the project timeline of our financial literacy quiz bowl with the title QUIZ4WEALTH, Your Path to Financial Wisdom. The main purpose of our project was to help FIN533 students to build stronger financial literacy. We wanted learning to be more interactive and enjoyable, not just about lectures and notes. That is why we choose a quiz format, because it combines both education and competition. This made the learning process more engaging, dynamic and fun compared to traditional methods. Our objectives were very clear. First, we wanted to create awareness on key financial concepts such as investment, planning, retirement preparation, credit usage and risk management. Second, we wanted to simplify this complex topic by using multiple choice questions and real-life scenarios. Third, we encourage independent learning by giving 1 week access, so students could take their time, review their notes or do some research before answering. Finally, we wanted to motivate participation through gamification, where students felt more excited to learn. Next, let's talk about the outcomes. The outcomes of the quiz were very positive. There was a strong participation and many students show a good understanding of the basics, like the difference between share and bonds or the role of EPF in retirement. Students enjoyed the quiz because it felt less formal than exam but was still very educational. It also encouraged them to think critically about real-life financial issues. From the results, background or quizzes help us a lot by automatically recording accuracy, performance and participation. The data show a clear strength but also reveal some misunderstandings. For example, some students believe EPF savings alone are enough for retirement, which is not true when we consider inflation and medical costs. These insights are useful for both students and lecturers because they highlight which topics needs to more focus. Overall, our project successfully achieved its objective. It blends fun with academic learning, improve financial awareness in a meaningful way, and become an effective tool for both students and lecturers. It proved that learning can be enjoyable while still serious. Now, let's move on to the project timeline. Our project took 5 weeks to be successful, which are week 1, which are planning and preparation. We held a group meeting to brainstorm ideas. After the discussion, we decided on the financial literacy quiz bowl because it is interactive. We then choose our topics, which are investment, retirement, credit and insurance, and then tasks were divided and our goals were set. In week 2, we created 20 multiple choice questions, including real-life scenarios. I draft the questions and then the group review them. We rewarded some questions for clarity and made sure to balance between easy and challenging ones. Teamwork was important here to avoid any mistakes. For the week 3, which are technology setup, we set up the quiz using Wayground, also known as Quizzes. We uploaded the question, adjusted the settings such as time limits and scoring, and generated the quiz link. This setup ensured fairness and also made the quiz more exciting. For the week 4, which are the quiz participation. In week 4, the quiz was open for 1 week. Students could join anytime at their own pace, even though it was flexible. The leaderboard and automatic scoring kept it competitive and engaging. Technology really helped to make learning more interactive. Finally, in week 5, we focus on data and reporting. Farhan will collect and sort the result, while Iyad prepare the report, and we turn the data into charts and summaries. Then, we design slides on Canva, and Firdaus will compile the video presentation. This week brought everything together for submission. To conclude, our project was successful because of a clear objective and a gave structured timeline. The quiz made financial literacy more engaging and gave valuable insight to both students and lecturers. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Farhan, and for visuals and media, we created an online quiz using Quizzes and shared the link through WhatsApp to collect responses. The purpose was to test understanding of key financial concepts while also gathering feedback from participants. From the responses we received, most of them agreed that the quiz was clear and helpful for the revision. Some participants mentioned that it successfully tested both theory and real-life applications. However, there were also suggestions to simplify longer questions and to add scenario-based questions or a timer to make it more interesting. Looking at the participation data, a total of 15 students joined the quiz and each of them answered 20 questions. Oh, sorry, my bad. A total of 34 students. The average time taken per question shows that most students could answer within a few seconds, which means the difficulty level was just right. Some participants answered very quickly while others took a bit more time, showing different answering styles. But overall, the timing shows that the quiz was manageable. Lastly, the results shows a very positive outcome. Most participants answered 18 to 20 questions correctly, with a few achieving full marks. This proves that the quiz was aligned with what we have learned in Financial 533 subjects, and the students already have a good grasp of the subject. In conclusion, the quiz not only served as a revision tool but also provided useful feedback for us to improve similar activities in the future. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Muhammad Firdaus. For my part of the report, I will be presenting on reflection and lesson learned from our financial literacy quiz board. This section highlights not just the score but also what the result tells us about the strength, challenges, and key takeaways from the class. First, looking at the overall understanding of financial concept, the class achieved an average accuracy rate about 70%. This shows that most students have a strong foundation in basic areas such as saving, deposit, and insurance. However, when it comes to more advanced or technical concepts such as investment terms, the differences between equity and debt, and the impact of interest rate changes, the results were not as strong. This clearly points out that while the basics are well understood, students still need more exposure and practice in investment-related and macroeconomic topics. Moving on to the strength we observed, there were several positive outcomes. Many students performed very well on saving and insurance questions, with more than 70% answering correctly. This proves that concepts related to everyday financial management are already familiar and well practiced. Another strength is the most participants were able to complete the quiz very quickly with an average time of 2 to 4 minutes. This reflects confidence, quick recall of knowledge, and good decision making under time pressure. In fact, some students even achieve a perfect score of 100%, which show excellent preparation and focus. There were also some challenges faced. As I mentioned earlier, accuracy was lower for questions involving equity versus debt and the effects of interest rates, with score ranging only around 50 to 59%. This indicates that topics related to investment and broader economy are still difficult for students. Another challenge was the effect of time pressure. Some participants either skip questions or answer incorrectly because they were rushing, which highlight the importance of balancing speed with accuracy. From this result, we can identify several important lessons learned. First, the value of budgeting and saving is already well understood by students, which is a very positive sign. However, the quiz also shows that building knowledge in investment such as stock, bond, and economic policies is an area that needs improvement. Another lesson is the importance of teamwork and individual accountability. While the student prepared for the quiz, the actual answering required personal knowledge and decision making. This shows us that collaboration is useful in preparation, but at the end of the day, each person needs to be responsible for their own financial understanding. Finally, the quiz reminds us that financial decision making in real life is often done under time pressure. Just like in the quiz, it is not only about being fast, but also about being accurate and careful.
And for future improvements, our group also look at how we can make improvements for the future based on the feedback we receive. The first area we can improve on is the length and clarity of the questions. Some participants mentioned that a few questions were too long, which made them a bit difficult to understand quickly. To solve this, we can simplify the wording and make the questions more precise, so participants can focus on applying their knowledge rather than spending time trying to interpret the sentence. At the same time, we will keep a balance by including both short recall questions and slightly longer application-based ones, so the quiz remains comprehensive but not overwhelming. The second improvement is to introduce more scenario-based questions. Right now, most of the questions are straightforward, but we can make the quiz more engaging by adding short cases or real-life examples. For instance, instead of just asking which formula to use, we could present a situation where someone has to decide on an investment option or calculate a loan repayment. This way, participants are not only recalling facts but also applying them to real situations, which makes the quiz more meaningful and closer to actual financial decision making. Lastly, we see a big opportunity in providing instant feedback and explanations. Currently, participants only know whether their answers are correct or incorrect, but they don't get to see why. In the future, we can add short explanations after each question, showing the correct formula, calculation steps, or reasoning behind the answer with a better software from the quizzes. This will transform the quiz from just an assessment into a learning tool. Even if a participant makes a mistake, they will immediately understand the concept and be able to improve. In conclusion, by simplifying the questions, adding more real-life scenarios, and providing instant feedback, we can make the quiz not only more engaging but also more effective in helping students strengthen their understanding of this subject, which is FIN533. Thank you.